Hello? Is this thing on or what? Is this thing on? Looks like it. Oh, we got a poop. A worm poop. A worm poop to open up the screen. Isn't that nice? Hello. Welcome in, people. Whoever you might be. Trying to arrange all my windows. Okay, so welcome in. As I said, I wanted to do a live stream again because I haven't done one in a good while. Gotten some pretty nice samples recently, so I thought I could share some of that. So in here, we've got a sample from, well, it's got thrown around a little in the meanwhile. It originally came from a canal, pretty murky water, no aquatic plants. So I threw some in to kind of try and balance oxygen and nutrients. So some floaters, some Salvinia, which you can see the roots here of. Can see the roots here of, yes. And some, what's this one called? Limnophylla sessiliflora, I think. Little baby snail. And I have collected this. Shoot, I wrote it somewhere. But I think I wrote it in a place where I can't read it while I look at it. What do we have here? Hey, Gay Fanner, hi. Yeah, I remember you. I saw you over on the In My Tanks channel, by the way. I think the other day. And Angus, hi. Hello, Angus. Always nice to have you. We've got an isopod here. Is the sound okay, by the way? Music seems pretty loud to me, but I don't know. Okay. Thanks, Angus. Always can rely on you to give me feedback. Hope that's better. Hope that's better. Maybe yeah, of course. I threw a stone in and bit too much, eh? I pull it back up a tiny bit. As long as I don't mumble. That's another prerequisite. It's hard to meet. For me, personally. Okay. So yeah, this came from a channel, I don't know the name of. Flatland, very slow flowing, murky water. There was a damselfly nymph in here that I transferred to another jar, and we'll look at that later, I think, probably. Yeah. There are a lot of other critters in here. The small one there in the center on the bottom is a hydragnate, a water mite, and I find those pretty readily, but they always look a little different. They are super diverse. They really My gorgeous French accent. I have to disappoint you. I'm German. I'm a born German. I live in France, but I'm a born German. So I hope I didn't destroy any illusions about me being a Frenchman, because I'm not. Anyways, there's some stuff, eh? There's this guy, really quite bizarrely formed and quite big for a water flea, because that's what it is. It's a kind of water flea that it lives kind of a ostracod lifestyle, I guess. They don't swim a lot. They mainly crawl around and stuff, and yeah, like ostracods, with their feet reaching out in between their shells. And I haven't seen those before, because I think this would probably be a female, the huge one here. They get, if it's the one that I think it is, Uricurcus lamelladus. Anyways, the females get up to 6 millimeters, and 6 millimeters is quite a whopper for a water flea. And I do have a polarized light source going here, so we can see the muscles working in this hunched back, almost. Might be the front limb articulation. That's Honorary Deutsch? What does that mean? So these guys here, they have reproduced already, like water fleas do. They gotta reproduce well. And here, up on top of this alder cone, we can see nicely a Ketogaster annelid worm that is on the lookout for something to eat, probably. And here's another one. Here we can see the front part. I've shown this on past streams, but I really like these guys. They let me get in focus. And I've observed that these worms, the water flea here we looked at just before, that means British but likes good beer. Okay. What was I talking about? These worms. Yeah, I've observed that they try to eat these water flea here. Of course, not the big ones, but like the smaller juvies, and they spat them out every time I have seen it. Right after they swallow, they inhale them with this muscular front part. They can gulp in stuff very well, and they gulp them in and spat them out again just half a second later. And some of the water flea have, all of these water flea actually have kind of a foot at the back end that they can stick out. It's really hard to see, especially at this lower magnification, but crazy stuff. You're just chilling. That's the back end that's sticking up on the right. We can see the foot move. It kind of has a dark protrusion to the front, and it starts at the back where these two hairs stick out. Let me get a closer look, eh? Move it! Move your foot! Come on. The other one is moving it, of course. Anyways, I hope you can see that foot. And I think it has kind of a thorn on that foot or something, and it uses that to kick at the worm's throat from the inside, basically. And Evaldi! On the Rudolf Steiner School. Okay. I know your type. Cool. What else was in here? Lots of copepods, of course. Shining like lanterns. We can go back to full size maybe, so it looks a little more nice. And isopods. These isopods have reached this jar via the floating plants. So I contaminated it. I did it. I went ahead and did it. And there is one. And they come from a jar with isopods that I've been keeping since. That one I can look up. No. Man. The other day I looked through my phone photos, and usually if I take a jar, take a picture of it when I take it, so I know from when. And I dated all of my jars, or I thought I dated all of my jars, but this one with these isopods is not dated. I think that the reason is because I've got it longer than I have my current phone, though, because it's really old. And I always thought that all my aquatic isopods are Acellus aquaticus, but I now believe that these in here from that jar are actually Proacellus. Because I've seen females carrying eggs that were really small. So small that I would assume that Acellus aquaticus wouldn't be sexually mature at that size. And the Proacellus species, they only get a little more than half the size of Acellus aquaticus isopods. And talking isopods, I will very soon, hopefully, be a guest on stream on In My Tanks, and we look at different kinds of isopods. And I will try to get a incomplete overview over the European species that are most common in Central Europe. And In My Tanks has several of the ones you can find in America that are available over there on eBay or other sites. And yeah, so we'll do a stream where we look at all the isopods we keep, and between the two of us we probably have the best selection of aquatic isopods in the world, basically. So yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah, cool to know that I probably have a second species of Acellus that is so small to be a little bit easier to observe, at least the adults, with my setup here. But everything's crawling in this sample. You can see the copepod on the front glass. There's ostracods, there's daphnids, cladocerans, they're called, really, water flea. And my favorite kind of worm. No, it's not my favorite kind of worm. All worms are my favorite kind of worm. I would love to live near the ocean and look at bristle worms all day. And before I started the stream, I noticed there is a stylaria in here too, but it was pretty small. Would be lucky to see it. So that's another annelid species of worm. That's the one with the trunk. When the sample was pulled, there were quite a lot of those in here. They kind of disappeared. Sometimes animals retreat to the surface. Trick Track's here! Hi Trick Track! How you doing? So, talking new species, like the isopods that are in this jar, I actually found another species of isopod. Oh, there's a baby on the root up here. Yeah, I actually found another kind of isopod that I have never seen before. Hello from Israel. Hi. Welcome in. So there is a isopod called Jaira istri that's very small. Adult size is 6 millimeters. Yeah, it's a snail lamp. Very elaborate nightlight. Yeah, and recently I found these isopods, and Trick Track actually visited me, and we visited the location where the isopod can be found. And I'll show those on the stream with in my tanks very soon. Probably not tonight. So yeah, the snail glows, of course, you know, Trick Track said it, but he knows why. He's a microscopist. But yeah, I think I'll zoom in a little bit. Get a little closer. Okay, so something sharp. Ooh, there's a worm hiding in there. Underneath the leaf. Okay. So these are in the group, I think they're in the clitolada. They do reproduce by forming animal chains. So I think the joint is where this green little particle is inside of him. There is the other. That's where the first worm ends and the second one begins. So, closer look on these crazy cladocerans here. See if I can get some polarized light on it. They have blue pigment. Isn't that wild? Really quite blue. Poop. Yeah, especially this like Trick Track says blue is so rare in nature, especially these like indigo blues here. Hydracnids do show those as well. They can have crazy colors, hydracnids. They can be pretty much any color. Voodoo bird! That's Australian, is that bird? Burp. Yeah, you're glad Voodoo bird is glad he's able to catch me. I'm glad. Was really overdue for another stream, but yeah, life gets in the way. Ah, cool. That Nauplius just was at the right angle to show it. There it is again, the blue polarizer response. But yeah, I'll go back to the whole image again. And that one has a few babies in her rucksack, eh? The snail is glowing back there. Incredible. Blowing out the exposure. So the other reason why these isopods that are in here somewhere, the other reason I think it is a different species from Acellus aquaticus is that at least some of them do have, that's a mold from something, insecty. They do have a single lighter band across the head, whereas Acellus aquaticus has two spots, or a dark band that separates these spots. Of course here we can't see exactly these details, yeah, the exact thing we can't see, and it can be difficult to identify this criteria because like with this one, I think the digestive tract, or all these bundles on the inside, they run underneath the skin there, and if the isopod feeds on dark stuff, it will basically create a seemingly dark band that separates these two spots. Let me see if I can get a little more light on there. Does that do anything? No, of course it's from the wrong side. It's twisted. Okay, so this one is one that looks like it has pigment in the middle. So I'm not sure about these. They're just so much smaller than Acellus. Look at this. The cladoceran is basically as big as the isopod. and I've seen gravid females, so females with babies that size. Okay, I forgot to. I really should reset the thing, the white balance when I turn on that second light. Oh, what do we have here? Stentors! Actually, some stentors on that. Yeah, they just contracted on the leaf up top. On the edge there. They're small though. Ah, here we can see the facets of the Cladoceran eye. It has like a compound eye with not a lot of individual, what do you call them? They don't have a lot of eyes. But they have one eye. Really? Yeah, Poodle Bird, I think you weren't here yet before. I was telling people that the In My Tanks channel we'll soon do a live stream, and I'll be a guest over there, and we'll talk about all the isopod species that we can readily get kind of in the States as well as in Europe. So I will be showing 3 species and one one line bred kind of beginning of a line bred line. And In My Tanks will show the American ones. They have some cool isopods over in America. They have some Lersias that have like really, we jokingly always say big meaty claws. They really have like little disc-shaped claws, and you clearly can tell the females from the males because only the males carry those big claws. And they have like a little shorter legs, and there's already people like selecting for black. You can buy black isopods on eBay in America because there's a guy that's breeding them, and he also has like a calico line of a different species, I think. Ah, crazy! Poodle Bird is captained by Moonlight. You know all this already, and I'm rambling over here. Another glance at the chat, and I see you're trying to tell me. Nice you're here. So Poodle Bird has some has probably even more aquatic isopods than In My Tanks. Different ones, as far as I understand. By the way, I think I looked at the Phillips Fishworks videos recently again, the isopod ones, and I don't think they are ocellus, at least not the same as mine. Or he might even show 2 different species, to be honest. because the ocellus have like much longer legs, and the Lertuschi is a little different shape. They're like Pleotelson. Oh, what's it called? Ah, there's the snail in here as well that we haven't seen yet. Oh, but it's moving faster than my focus can keep up. Need to increase the speed. More speed. Ooh, looks like that pigment, that yellow pigment, has a like polarizer response. No way. Where are you going? Nah, too much scenery. I put in too much scenery. Come on, okay, here we go. Just focus now, please. Very good. So I think this is a vivipara snail, but I'm not sure. My book isn't great for snails. Yeah, this snail has like a circular thingy on the shell. What is that? Crater. Little copepod humping the leaf. What are you doing, copepod? The laser shoots from. Ah, like Death Star, yeah. Hey, show us your head, adorable snail. Don't borrow now. We'll just look at the isopod. I don't know. It's my viviparous snails. Are they known for their antics? Are like your blueberry snails are also live bearers that really reproduce slowly and do silly stuff? Is that it? This alder cone is alive. There's some ciliates. Is there? Quite a few of isopod babies, that's for sure. And a few of these Ketogastor worms. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like the sample. It's a fun sample. No flatworms though. Maybe that's why it's developing so well. I don't know. Just yeah. Ah, okay, so the blueberry snails are live bearers as well. So here you can see the lighter patch on the head, that there is a dark band, but it's not pigment. You can see that it moves. It's transparent there. So this is, I think, Proocellus meridianus, probably. Yeah, the snails are cute. You're out of your depth? No. You can just enjoy the imagery and maybe learn something. It's cool. Now it's sharp. Yeah, all the cones aren't that big. I put in the tiny cones to make the animals look bigger, you know? Oh, okay, so we've got a male here, apparently. So, for knowing males from females in Ocellus, I have found some criteria other than the claws or gnathopods and the pleopods, so the rudder-like things that beat underneath the back. That's what scientists look at normally, but I've found that the shape of the fourth pair of walking legs is actually visibly different. If you get a good look at it, then well, are we watching rape here, by the way? Come on, get along. So yeah, this you know, the lower limbs of the feet, they are all very straight, but the fourth pair is curved in males to be able to hold on to the females. Okay, are they done with each other? Wasn't meant to be. Okay, yeah. She wasn't ripe for the picking, I guess. Earthbound Papa is here. Hey. The people still exist. I watched my stuff in the past. I'm glad. Oh, Leap attack. Hey, poodle bird. Okay. Some backwards whatever. And under the covers, yeah. Ah, you posted me on Discord. Thanks. Thank you, I appreciate that. So yeah, oh, some nice action we've got to see. So usually the underneath is the place to look for these species-specific criteria. And the first set of pleopods from the underneath directly, I find it harder to see than a little from the side like this. Or even completely from the side. When they beat them, they descend down and you can kind of see their shape. So that's different from males and females as well. And the first pair of walking legs, so the claws, the big meaty claws, that, yeah. The European isopods have way smaller claws than some of the Americans. Alright, so I think in the interest of not overstressing the sample with light and warmth and the oxygen scarcity that follows warmth, I think I'm gonna switch out the sample and put in the dragonfly, the damselfly larvae. Haha, first time ever I've managed to keep onto one, and because the last time was when I did the live stream with Neil and I prepared it in like a petri dish and it crawled out and disappeared into the chaos in my lab. I haven't even found the dried up thing yet. Which was very sad, of course. But yeah, this time it's doing very well. And yeah, I've prepared a little clip and I'll do my best to change out the sample as fast as I can. All right, so new sample is in. Some noise. Okay. To the white valence sting, maybe? Yes. That is horrifying, the lava crawling away. Well, it didn't get far, I would assume. It's aquatic. Or do you think it's still like sleeping under my bed and just waiting for the right day to cut my throat when I sleep? I know you could say that it looks like it behaves like that, but I'm fairly certain that's not the case. She's up in the floaters. And she's completely overexposed because she's so muscly. I say she. I don't know why. Maybe because in German dragonflies are female. So, I don't know if she has something to eat in there still. I think I should adjust the lighting a little bit and throw some little baby scuds in there or something. Trying to pipette some scuds in there, but they are not cooperating. Okay. Oh, and I wanted to adjust the lighting because I put so many rocks in here that the backlight doesn't do a whole bunch. So I'll turn that back a bit. There's Oh! Oh! Things are brewing. They're like, eat me! Eat me, please! The dragonfly larvae is like, I don't know, man. You look disgusting. Perch is here. Hi, Perch. Nice to see you. Come on, do it. Get him. Nah. Okay. Might have been a little bigger than it can chew. Or she'll get him. She'll get him eventually. And she shows us her leafy butt. The leafy butt. I think that's actually the first time ever that I show a scud on stream, or an amphipod. Whatever. Look at it. Looks like a locust with a messed up tail or something. But yeah, locusts and grasshoppers are the ones that are most similar in my... They remind me of them. This is, by the way, one of the most common species of damselfly, as far as I know. Not 100% sure. But I also found it in the channel that I was talking about in the beginning, and seeing that the water quality there wasn't amazing, that would also point in that direction, because the more common species tend to be able to tolerate these conditions. Ah, that's a nice bite size, but another miss. Father Fish is here. How long until she hatches? Says Trick Truck. What is happening? My feet just froze. No. That's terrible. I think I might be forced to quit. I'll try plugging in the capture card again. Yeah. I think we're done here tonight. Which of course sucks big time. But I'm not very proud to admit that a short while ago I spilled a sample jar all over my desk, over my keyboard, and some of it like spilled over the back of my desk and dripped onto the cabling that's connecting my PC with all my equipment. And the capture card, as it happens, is right down there, and it got a little wet. And yeah, ever since it sometimes does that, and I haven't found a fix yet. Or last time I had this issue, I could just replug it in and it worked again. Yeah. I mean, I can try restarting the... What did I do? I already tried some stuff, but I think we're done. I'll try some stuff, and if we get deconnected, this is over. Otherwise, I'll be right back. Sorry, but yeah.